The world is getting crazier, isn't it? About 10 years ago, we had a banner made, and we had the strapline on the banner that said, "Remember the feeling when it all makes sense." And we hoped that that strapline would help people resonate with that kind of warm, fuzzy feeling you get when the penny drops and things click into place and do make sense. But 10 years on, I have to admit that banner is obsolete. And the reason it's obsolete is because for many people, the world just doesn't make sense. And more people are looking for some kind of structure amidst the chaos of everyday life. Whether it's politics or education, health services, family life, work life, or even fake news, everybody seems to have an opinion. And it's sometimes hard to work out what's right for us. Who do we trust? And who can we rely upon for sound advice about how to live well? I've always liked the advice that goes something like, find the one thing that you can do better than anyone else on this planet, the one thing that really appeals to your natural talents, your natural instincts. And find that one thing and then share it with the world. And it's no exaggeration to say that this is my attempt to do just that. This is my contribution, if you like. I'm a psychotherapist and a fellow of the Human Givens Institute, and I've been helping people who've got stuck for whatever reason for about 15 years. I'm also qualified to help to supervise other therapists. And my wife Bindi is also a psychotherapist. She's also a fellow of the Human Givens Institute. So I hope you can see that we kind of live this stuff. We have between us 4 children, 2 each, a boy and a girl from previous marriages. And I'm proud to be able to say that we have really good relationships with each one of our 4 children. We also have good relationships with our previous partners, and we have good relationships with our parents, those that are still alive, and obviously with each other. And you might ask, how is this possible? And I would say that we have learned the secret to having really great emotional and mental health. And so for the past few years, I've been working on a way to effectively share this important information with you and with the rest of the world. And I'm quite excited about the results, because you could say that in a way it's a distillation of the most important things that I've learned on my personal journey since I spent a short period of being profoundly depressed about 20 years ago. And the best way to describe it is to say that it's like adopting a new perspective. And I use this diagram to illustrate this. So here's some words written on a piece of paper, and I doubt if you'll be able to make much sense of them. But if we change the angle and you adopt a new perspective, then I hope you can see that simply by doing that, things that were apparently cryptic become very clear. I created this program for people who are ready to let go of stress and anxiety once and for all. Perhaps you struggle from time to time with anxiety or panic attacks, debilitating fear, or perhaps low mood. And maybe you've spent time with other self-help techniques that seem to work for everybody else but never for you. Maybe you're ready to learn about what really makes you tick, what truly motivates you, and what sometimes holds you back from the life that you truly deserve. This program will make a difference not only to your life, but to anyone else that you choose to share it with. And if you come on this journey with me, I guarantee that you'll feel clearer about who you are, calmer about any situations that you might encounter, and you will gain valuable tools which will be useful for dealing with any of the challenges that life throws at you from time to time, without giving way to anxiety and stress. Now, when I was a younger man, I used to live by the rule of live and let live. I didn't think there were any absolute truths, and anyone who claimed that there were, I used to think, well, that's just your opinion, and it might be right, it might be wrong, but it's just an opinion like anyone else's opinion. So let's live and let live. Well, you may have heard the phrase, rock bottom is the solid foundation on which I built the rest of my life. I think it was J.K. Rowling who said that. And what I discovered is there really is a solid foundation to well-being. There really is a dependable platform on which you can stand in order to evaluate what works and what doesn't work. Now, over the years, I've used this knowledge to help hundreds of people to overcome various challenges that they've faced, in order to put the past behind them and to move on living much more fulfilled lives. And when I show people this solid foundation, you can see that they get it. It's clear in their eyes and they can recognize the truth in it. Now, you won't find this approach in any textbooks because the way it works is individual to each person. But I promise you that it will be simple to understand. It's clear, it's simple, and it's quite profound. In this program, I will show you the motivations behind every action that you've ever taken, both the positive and the not so positive. I will also show you the root causes of every stress that you've ever suffered. Now, when you see things from this perspective, you'll never be able to unsee them again, and you'll find that your life and your relationships will become more fulfilling, and you'll be able to move from merely surviving to truly thriving. The question is, are you ready to live a life that really works? If the answer is yes, then click the Add to Cart button above to gain immediate access to the Illuminate Personal Edition program.